pretty are these? So this is another collaboration I've done, and today it's with the fabulous Sarah Burchett, and the theme we had was Wild Desires. Now we've been going back and forth for the last few weeks, honestly. Every couple of days we'll message each other going, I don't know what to do. So eventually we kind of went for, I was like, I'm thinking like Jessica Rabbit meets animal print, kind of sexy, burlesque kind of theme. Yeah, along that line. So that's kind of what I went for. I'm doing stilettos today. I'm using my usual salon length forms. Would you stop these two dogs, honestly? Stop growling at him. Stop growling at him. I will give you something to growl about. Evie. My God. I'm sure a lot of you have this. Children are starting to annoy each other. Well, they've probably been annoying each other since day one. My dogs are annoying each other a lot today. Mummy needs quiet. So, I've applied my thin clear base. I'm then coming in with Midnight Kisses mix from the Glitter Fairy. And I'm just dabbing that in to the wet layer. Now, I'm not putting too much on there. I'm just doing a little like spattering of the mix. I've let that set into place a bit, and then I'm coming in with the Superfine Midnight Kisses, which is my all-time favourite, the greatest ever red Superfine glitter ever known to man ever. And I love it so much. And I'm then putting that over the like mix. Now I'm working super mega thin because these are actually going to be flip nails. As you could see from the final design, there was no glitter on the top. No, these are flip nails, baby. So I'm trying to work as thin as possible. I'm not worried if it's not perfect coverage, because I'm then going to put a layer of red acrylic over the top before capping in clear. So any bits I've missed with the glitter, there'll still be red underneath and you won't really notice. So as you can see, I've got pretty much full coverage there. I let that set into place a little bit, and then I'm coming in with, oh God, I don't know what it's called. Cranberry Crush? I want to say it's Cranberry Crush from Hazel Dixon. I will check. I will put it in the description as always. So I'm going to do a thin layer of this, so like a design layer. The reason I'm doing this is because the finished nails I'm going to be putting a red pigment over the top. So I just want to make sure that it's all kind of the same colour. So if I'd done it in clear or done it in nude, it might have just affected the finished result. So I want to make sure it's red, and more red. But it's that kind of beautiful cherry pink red. Am I making sense? I'll then let that set for a little bit. And then I'm going to cap that entire nail. Yes, Evie, I'm stroking you. In clear acrylic. Sorry, my dog is very needy today. Evie had a marrowbone today from the lovely Sarah, where I keep my horse, and Max and Evie had a marrowbone today. And before anyone says, yes, I always supervise them with things like that, you know, and it's literally for like 10 minutes and then I take it away. Well, Evie got pretty savage. Basenjis are a pretty primitive breed as they are, but she was very naughty, wasn't she? And so she got quite a telling off from Mummy. And she's not left my side since, because Evie has slight food aggression, and she had really bad food aggression today. So we had words, and now she's not left my side, and she's very needy and needing lots of cuddles and hugs, because she needs to make sure that she's still the favourite and that I still love her, even though she bit me on the knee. She didn't break the skin or anything. And it was the minute she did it, she was like, oh, what have I done? But it was a get away from my bone, I don't care who you are. Then she went, oh, I snapped at my mum. So before anyone gets worried, it wasn't, these things happen. But anyway, she will not leave my side today, my little darling girl. I've rambled on for a bit there. Yeah, so I've capped that entire nail in clear acrylic. The only thing I'm not going to be doing with these nails is I normally, with a stiletto, I'll put a little bit of clear acrylic at the very tip once I've taken the form off. I won't be doing that, obviously, because it's a flip nail. So you want to make sure you get your structure really on point, especially at the tip. Maybe put a little bit extra on the tip from this side so that when you're filing, it's just there for a bit of protection as you're filing the rest of the nail. So then moving on to the next nail, and we're going to do a thin clear base again. And again, I'm going to layer up those two different cut glitters, the same as I have for the other nail, because all of these nails will be flip nails. So they're all going to have the same glitter underneath. I'm then going to come in with two different oranges because I want to make like a slightly ombre tiger print on top of this. So I'm coming in, I used Bengal shimmer, which is this one, and then I used mango shimmer down the side walls. So I'm starting with the Bengal shimmer in the middle, and I'm going to do that down the very center of the nail. I'm working quite wet because I want this to be quite fluid when I blend the two colors. And then I'm popping that mango shimmer in the side panel there and just getting a nice blend between the two. And I'll just layer these up until I've got the full coverage I want, making sure I'm covering all of that red glitter, but still working super, super thin because I then need to cap this nail in clear acrylic. And then for the next two nails, I'm doing exactly the same thing. So the two middle nails are going to be animal print, and then the two external nails are going to be red with pigment. Now you may notice that the nail beds on my practice hand look a bit different today. I tried the top coat trick. So people say if you top coat, oh bless you, oh bless you, darling. She's got the snoosh and puffums. Has she got the snoosh and puffums? She's really needing a lot of attention right now. Yeah, so somebody had said, oh, if you try double top coating the nail tip, it works in a similar way to a nail guard, and you should be able to pop the nails off after. Well, I can't. I have been trying and I can't. So I'm going to go with no. It didn't work as well, so I'll go back to nail forms, I think. I think I'm also going to try like sliding a tip on top of the tips that are stuck in, because I wanted the tips stuck in to keep the forms in place as I work, because the only thing with the nail tips that slide in and out is when you're working with the form, it moves the nail. So now that there's a nail there, the form can rest against that, and then I can put a removable tip slide in. That's now Max sniffing around my camera. Hello. So we'll give that a go. I don't know. I'm just trying to find a way that doesn't include nail guards, because they're really, really expensive. So I'm doing the exact same ombre, and I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. Enjoy! And when I'm all finished, I've filed those nails in, failed to record any of it, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to hand paint. So as I'm hand painting, I went over the nails just with an acetone wipe, just because I wanted to have a really smooth surface. And acetone, I think just a quick wipe over gives a really nice surface if you're going to be painting on top. And I'm just going to use my HD art paints, and I'm just going to use my, I'm then going to use my detailer brush from Hazel Dixon, and I'm going to create tiger print. So I kind of just let tiger print flow as I'm creating it. If you're not too familiar with tiger print, or you're not quite sure, I would recommend to just Google tiger print, find a design you like, and then just mimic that as best you can. I just kind of just let it flow because I've done it a fair few times on nails and stuff now. So I'm just going to leave the video playing. I've left it all at normal speed so you can get an idea of how long it took me, and I will rejoin you in a few minutes when we move on to the other decoration. And when I'm finished with all the hand painting, I just wandered off and left it for like 10 minutes. I am so paranoid with anything that's hand painted to let it dry before I top coat. So I did leave it for like 5-10 minutes. I did not need to leave it for that long, but yeah, I worked so hard to make this really pretty. So whenever I'm working like in the salon on clients, I'll always do any hand painting first, and then I'll like top coat the other nails, add any other decoration, stuff like that, and then I come back to those nails and top coat them. So I double top coated those, and then I've just buffed off one, and then I'm going to add some decoration. And there's like a really weird film developing on this crystal as you watch. It gets like a cloudiness to it. I put the glue on, stuck it on, and I think it's something that comes off the glue that makes it go like that. It's very weird. So that's a flame shaped Swarovski crystal in fire opal. I placed that kind of center on the hearth, as we would say in Suffolk, and then I'm going around it in crystal aurum, whichever, SS5s, because I just want it to have a full border of the SS5 crystals. Now I'm coming in with some gel. So this is Accents Gel Play. This is the red gel play. Now the reason I'm using this instead of Hazel Dixon's is because you need to make sure that this bit is done with a gel that has a tacky layer. I'm wanting to finish these nails off so they look a bit like ruched velvet being held together by like an elaborate claspy pin thing. So I am going to use a chrome pigment. Now chrome pigment you would traditionally put onto a tack-free top coat. Because I'm wanting like a velvet look, I'm putting this onto a tacky layer top coat. So I'm using this red because this will leave a tacky layer. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to do the outline of where the fabric design is going to go, and then I'm going to build it up slowly. So I've then finished the outline of where that's all going to go, and then I'm going to cure that in my LED light for 60 seconds, and then I'm coming in with a detailer brush, and I'm just going to add like the raised ruchy details, and I'm going to do as many layers as you want. So I've already done one layer, cured it, and then I'm coming in with a second layer. It depends how big, how much movement, how deep you want the kind of ruching to go. I just did 2 layers on each side, and that was enough for me. But if you wanted to have like really thick and like lots of movement, then you know, go for it. It's whatever you want. So when I finish layering that design, and I've cured it in my LED light for 60 seconds, I'm then coming in with a glitter brush, and I'm just dabbing in raspberry chrome pigment from the Glitter Fairy into that tacky layer. And as you can see, it just gives this lovely, it's kind of like a sparkly crushed velvet look. So I'm just gonna dab that on to those tacky layers. As you can see, this is one of those pigments that sticks to again everything, so you can tidy up on the top coated nail. Use just a little acetone wipe just to wipe that away. You can easily tidy it up off the other areas, and then I'm just going to top coat. I double top coat over the top of this. And then I'm going to move on to the index and the little finger. I did put a very thin layer of this gel over the top. As you can see, it is a very thin layer. It's not a full cover area, a full cover layer. I just wanted to make sure that the reds on the nails here and then the red on like the ribbon on the other nail were with a similar finish. And if you have a slightly different red underneath, sometimes they could look like just a tone off, and I didn't want that. So I'm just putting a very thin layer. I've then cured that in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to dab in this chrome pigment. As you can see, it just makes this gorgeous like, it looks like velvet to me. So instead of having a really chrome, super high shiny finish, it's got a nice velvet, and I just, like, velour. I just felt it added a little more kind of tacky decadence to it. I'm then going to double top coat. No, I'm only going to do one top coat on these for the moment. And then once that is cured, I'm just going to buff slightly one of the corners because I'm going to pop crystals on there. So these are crystals. This is a red crystal mix I created for my group buy. There is a link in the description below. I've got a group buy group on Facebook for crystals, and also some random crystal aurum, which are the gold Swarovski crystals. And I'm just going to do these kind of like in the corner, and then I'm going to mirror it on the little finger, so the nails are kind of framed. And when I'm happy with that design, I'm just coming in with that second layer of top coat, butting right up against those crystals. I also used a detailer just to get in between all the little nooks and crannies too. And then I'm going to cure that in my LED light for 60 seconds. And then we're done. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go and check out Sarah's video. I will add a link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, this the theme was Wild Desires. Yeah, I'm really enjoying all these collaborations. I'm enjoying being nice and creative and having nice themes. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all staying safe, and I will see you all again soon. Bye. Oh, and PS, if you liked the video, give it a little thumbs up and a comment and a share. Love you, bye!